Okay, this is the last video. I promise, as far as I'm concerned, I promise this will be the last one. Like, this one is just about making, like, the report look pretty, and that's it. Like, so I'm just deleting, like, the grand total and my little things that I was using to do checking with. Obviously, we don't need that stuff here. Um, and so, like, I just took it all out. Okay, so there's quite a bit of formatting that we need to do to this. Number one, I don't want any highlights. Like, I saw some stuff highlighted when I was cross-checking stuff, so I'm going to switch that to no fill, so that should take care of that. It looks like we did the numbering already. One thing that we want to do is, like, it makes it very hard. Like, we got all these ones that they're just blank, right? And we want zeros in them. So the quickest way that we can do that is, like, total expenses. We know from here on it's okay. But from here on out, like, we're just going to do the expenses first. And we're going to go from here. Yeah, from here all the way to the end here. Let me just make it quicker. And then we're going to go up to the top. And we're going to go all the way up to expense. Okay. And so here under expense, and by the way, we can delete that out later, the data under the expense row. I'm going to hit Control H. I'm going to say, what do I want to replace? Control H means to find and replace. So I'm finding a blank. Like, anything that's blank, I'm going to replace it with the number 0, and I'm going to hit Replace All. And it tells me I did 3,432 replacements. Wow. Okay. So now we need to fix up some stuff because, like, there's a bunch of spots that don't need zeros, right? So, like, this expense section, we can take that out now. Advertising here, we don't need it because this is just a category, right? And then total advertising, we need it. This is just a blank space, so we don't need that. Oh, shoot. We don't need it here. Okay, so we can take that out. Content written, like any of these like categories, we can take it out. So the easiest way, like, first thing that I do after this makes it quicker, is just go and, like, any blank spaces, just highlight them like this and delete them. And actually we can delete this row here. Okay. And, like, anything that's a blank space, just delete it. Like, this will make it a lot quicker. And then we'll do the anything that's a subsection next. Now the expense one we did first, and it's a lot bigger than the revenue section, so, you know, the reason I say that is it's going to be a lot quicker once we get done with this one. So I think that looks good for the now we need to go to each section and just delete them. And by the way, just in case you don't know, I'm going to the first 0 and I'm hitting Control Shift and then the right arrow key, and it's just highlighting them all and getting rid of them. So meals and entertainment's okay. This one we need to remove. That's okay. Education and training. Okay. Content written. I always started doing that one. So in actuality, this is done now. Yeah, so you can see this looks a lot better, right? Like, already we've got, like, zeros in, and just looks a lot prettier. And so, like, the next thing we could do is like, we could just, like, make all these anything that's in row A or column A, I shouldn't say row, make them bold, right? Just to make it easier to read. And then we could also, like, probably indent this a little bit more, maybe make it up to the 3rd letter or so. like just to make it a little bit easier to read. And then like this could go back a little bit. Let's see. And these sections can probably be shrunk down too. That'll make it easier looking. So before we do all that, like let's just like kind of get this stuff kind of taken care of. Like, so we're going to add the zeros here next. Like the challenge, I know from here we can just go down and start doing all these all the way to total revenue. Like we know we don't need it in total revenue, so we're just going to go all the way here to the end. And went too far. Okay, so Control H, and it already has what we had before, so we just made a bunch of changes. So we're going to kind of just do the same thing we did last time. Like anything that's a blank space, we know there's not supposed to be data there, right? So and that's done. So now we just need to go to like each of these sections, like membership, and start deleting those out like we did with the other ones. And luckily there's just a few of them here, so I'm already almost done. And it feels good when you get done with this report, man. I'll tell you what. Okay, we didn't do this challenge one, so so the next thing that I'm going to do is we're going to go to the very end and we're just going to highlight everything that we need to. And it's just basically everything but the dates. And I'm going to hit Control 1 and we're going to change it to number, comma, to decimal. Okay. So now even like you'll see the zeros have like 0.00, so that looks good. And then so we can just bold this. And you know, there could probably be a few other formats that we could do, but I mean, you can already see this looks pretty damn good. Like it's really easy to see now, right? Like you can see what you're doing. The formatting looks good. Pain in the ass, yes, I agree, but you know, it does its purpose. You can see like, you know, where our revenue is, how we're gaining, losing money each week, stuff like that. So overall, we can see we're in the positive now with 4,000, almost 5,000 in net income. So, you know, if we were to go back, like even like in May, like just say like here in May, and we were to like add up these numbers, let's just say, just for the sake to see, you could see like we were 10,000 in the hole. So we're actually starting to make a profit now, which is awesome. So um, don't forget to save this because I didn't. But I'm going to save it now, and I'm just going to call it income report. I've been doing this for so long that I am literally like income report. And I'm just like burned out now. So I am shutting this off. I did a total, now we can just take a peek, 6, 7, 8, 9 videos. So if you have any questions, you know how to hit me up. Thanks for watching these videos. If you went through them all, that means you are a very, very good employee because there was a lot of videos and training. So, all right, take care.